Hey folks! In this sacrilegious video we're going to turn this ordinary violin into a pink violin. And why would I do that, you ask? Well, it's because a violinist named Ken wants to play a Barbie Pink Violin on stage, and I find the idea highly amusing. This instrument is a factory-made violin from the 1990s, and while it's not the bottom of the barrel type of instrument, it's nothing really unique or special or rare that anybody would lament being transformed from a traditional looks to a more, unconventional looks. It will still serve its purpose of helping a musician make music with it, which is the whole point of the instrument. Now, you can't just paint the violin pink. That would completely ruin it and its acoustic properties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this varnish it has, which seems to be some sort of polyurethane or maybe even a nitrocellulose, and I'm going to make pink violin varnish.
Much later.
To the people who say I'm not a real luthier because they saw me use sandpaper on a violin once, this segment is for you. You join me now as I'm masking the parts that I don't want to turn pink as I'm getting ready to varnish the instrument. I have brought it down to bare wood and I've applied a first layer of clear ground, and I also did some corrections on the arching that I thought were necessary. The instrument was previously way too flat, and I added a little bit more curve to it. I have a secret ancient recipe for creating purple dye out of Pernambuco or Brazil wood, which I'm recreating here in a small batch because the original footage was unfortunately lost. And I reckon if I adjust the proportion just right, I can make pink. I experimented with the recipe and I tried the varnish on a broken instrument until I got the tone of pink just right. And of course I'm doing this on camera, so I fully expect something to go horribly wrong.
Three days later.
So I'm putting some finishing touches in the violin, and Ash was very anxious to check it out because he hasn't been allowed in the workshop while I'm varnishing. But it's coming along. Polishing a violin is something that is not measured in hours, but in days, and sometimes even weeks. This one took 5 days to polish. We can't have a violin on this outrageous of a color without bedazzling it a little. So I'm going to add some bling on some strategic places. Now we'll do some reaming to get rid of anything that got into the peg holes. Now let's get this tape off the fingerboard. Yay! So the bridge I made back in 2022, it still fits, so I don't have to make a new bridge. That's awesome. Let's put some fancy strings on it.